Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Cheryl, also known as SIGCruiser, and I am here today to share my personal review of the Celebrity Summit. Now, this was my first celebrity cruise, and I am going to give you my 10-point review of my experience, including my perspective of how well they cater to solo cruisers and the solo cruising experience. Now, if you want to skip around to a certain part of my 10-point review, I have chapters listed below in the description. Now, this was a BYOC or Bring Your Own Cruise, group cruise set up by Parkers on the Go. I decided to do this cruise as my birthday cruise. Usually I sail annually on my birthdays, so I decided to select this group cruise for my birthday cruise. With booking, I received $100 in onboard credit. For my pre-purchases, I pre-purchased Wi-Fi and a specialty dining experience at the Tuscan Grill. Also pre-cruise, I was able to select my dining time reservations and select my reservations for my entertainment. Now, during this cruise, I decided to try something that I've never done before, so I pre-purchased a class, a mixology one-on-one class. And when I did the pre-purchase, it didn't immediately say what day or time that the event would occur, but once I got on board, all of that information was in the app. Overall, I found the booking experience pretty easy to navigate and easy to select the options that I wanted, easy to understand what I needed to do to ensure that I had a good time. So I thought their booking experience was a great one. Now, in a nutshell, the boarding process was very smooth and hassle-free. I particularly appreciated the convenience of using the boarding pass that was within the app, so you didn't have to print out paper to, bring with you to the port. The document check was a breeze. Within minutes, I found myself on my way to the ship. Now, when you board, you are immediately directed to your muster station. They don't tell you anywhere else to go. They literally direct you directly to the muster station. Now, when I board a ship, I usually do the muster first thing anyway to just get it out of the way. But I did appreciate the way they guided everyone directly to their muster station so that hopefully we can get to sail away quickly without, multiple announcements of, people trying to get people to come to their muster to get it done so that we can finally have sail away. So overall, Embarkation was a breeze. I absolutely loved my cabin. I got an ocean view cabin. It was in the forward of the ship. The cabin was clean. It had a simple and clean design, a hint of elegance there. One of the features that I loved was the glass cabinets that they have. It just gave it like a little classier feel to it. So the room was, like I said, a little classy, cozy, and quite spacious for a cruise ship cabin. Now, your bathroom was your normal small cruise ship size bathroom, but I was very pleased to see that it had, glass cabinets, which was kind of surprising because I knew it was an older ship. And I knew it had been refurbished in 2019, but I still wasn't expecting it to have, the level of upgrades or to look as modern as it actually did. Now, in the room, of course, there was more than enough storage for just one person. The most important thing for me is having enough outlets to recharge my phone, charge my vlogging equipment, and they had plenty of outlets throughout the room. They had outlets at the desk and actually on the lamps, on the sides of the lamps, on both sides of the bed. So plenty of outlets for charging any device you needed. I really love the vibe of this ship. I was expecting like a laid back kind of stuffy type of, environment because I don't know, for some reason in my head, I thought the ship was going to have an older demographic. I didn't expect as many activities. I thought it was just going to be kind of low key and laid back. But I tell you, as soon as I stepped on this ship, I was pleasantly surprised. It was a completely different experience from what I expected. It had a more mature feel with a hint of sophistication, but at the same time, it still had lots of energy and it was very enjoyable. The ship looked really great. I couldn't tell that it was a ship that was built in 2001. There was no signs of age that I could actually see. There was music throughout the ship, which is one of the things that I love about cruising, just going to different areas of the ship and having a live band and just music playing everywhere. And the thing about this ship was that with each area, there were like clear distinctions of the different spaces and the different areas as you move through the ship. It's like they really paid attention to the decor and the lighting to provide a specific ambience for each area. Each bar had a distinct and unique type of personality to it. And they always offered like a warm, comforting environment. It was just a very comfortable ship. I liked just going from space to space, kicking back like with a drink and just enjoying the environment in this space for a minute, just relaxing, listening to music or whatever was going on in that area, and then just getting up and going to the next environment. In addition to that, they also had, outdoor space, because I'm a person, one of the reasons that I love to cruise is because of the ocean. It was one of those ships where they had plenty of outdoor space as well, either on the upper decks or on the side decks where you can sneak away and get away from the crowds, and there were very few people there, and you can have moments of peace and solitude, which I often do. So again, I really love the vibe of this ship. Now, I did have to schedule my entertainment in advance, which is something that I don't like to do because I like the freedom of, deciding at the last minute what I want to do, but I did schedule my entertainment, which was completely fine. I did enjoy their shows. The one that I enjoyed most was the group called Legacy. They were an R&B group that performed on the ship, and they sang songs, hits from back in the day, Motown, up to present day hits. They were awesome. And little did we know that one of the singers of the group, Yasir, we actually ran into him on another cruise line and had the opportunity to see him perform again. But in addition to that, there were plenty of ship activities within the app. They had different types of events, different types of game shows. They had trivia. They had different poolside events, casino events when sailing. They had plenty of things to do. So if you wanted something to do, you had plenty of activities and entertainment to choose from. Now, fortunately, more cruise lines today are starting to notice the solo cruiser and starting to focus on the solo cruiser. And the Celebrity Summit is one of those ships. Now, one thing that really impressed me was that they had a solo meetup every day at a reasonable hour. And I say reasonable because other ships that I've been on, they have had a solo meetup, but it's always like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, which to me sends kind of like a different message, for a solo meetup. But they had theirs at a reasonable hour. I can't remember exactly what hour it was, but it was like somewhere between 5 and 8. It was like earlier in the evening where people can actually meet up, socialize, and talk. It's just something about, a late meetup at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock that really doesn't sit well with me as a solo cruiser. Now, I did intend to attend one of these events, but it's just that things were there were so many things going on. I kept highlighting it in my app as something that I wanted to attend, but I would be doing something else and the time would pass. So I just missed it, but I appreciated that event was there. And the next time I'm on a celebrity ship, I do intend to go just to check it out and see what it's like. But I just thought that it was great to have a way for solo cruisers to meet up, to come together at a specific time and location on the ship. Now, in addition to that, the ship was just so cozy. It made it feel like an easier environment for solo cruisers to meet other cruisers and other solo cruisers, like I said, at the social areas, at the bars, either sitting at the bar or space around the bars where it was set up to where, you could sit alone and enjoy the space by yourself or talk to your neighbors. It was just that type of inviting environment. So looking back and looking at the ship, I think this is a great ship for solo cruisers and especially first-time solo cruisers. Just the way the space is set up, it just feels like it makes it easier for you to connect with other cruisers if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you want to do. Now, for food, of course, my experience is the gluten-free experience, which I absolutely loved on this ship. So I failed to vlog like the first 4 or 5 hours simply because as soon as I got on board and went to the buffet area, or even actually before I got to the buffet, it was like I saw gluten-free options hitting me right in the face. And of course, that just got me so excited. As soon as I got on board, I went to a cafe. They had gluten-free muffins. And then when I went to the buffet, first of all, everything is labeled, gluten and other allergens, but it was just that they just had so many things, available. And I think that first day, Embarkation time, I was new to celebrity and I didn't know what to expect or what was to come the next few days. So it was like anything and everything that had gluten-free labeled on it, I was sampling and I was trying. I think I must have tried everything gluten-free that first day. And also now I did have specialty dining at the Tuscan Grill. I wanted to get something. There was a pasta dish that I wanted, and the server checked for me. I couldn't have it because it was bread mixed with thin, and he helped me to find something, another substitute that would be as close to that as they can get it, and it was very delicious. I enjoyed my meal. So my meal at Tuscan Grill was awesome. Overall, I would say the dining staff, whether it was the buffet, the main dining room, or the restaurant, everyone was helpful and they seemed interested, or they wanted to help you to have a good meal and to have a good time. I love the diversity of the staff on this ship. You're always used to your room attendant, going above and beyond to help to make sure that you're comfortable and you have everything you need. But I also felt that from the staff around the ship, whether it was a buffet or walking around. If I asked someone a question, to me, they just seemed to go above and beyond and very interested in answering your question or getting the answer for you, and just making sure that you had, everything you need and that you had a good time. Now, the only exception to this that I will say was in the buffet when it came to clearing tables. And it seemed like I kind of wonder if there was an understaffing issue or something. I have no idea, but that's what it felt like, because there were times when tables were dirty, you couldn't find a place to, sit down and have your meal. You would, talk to someone, and sometimes maybe it seemed a little abrupt, but they would, almost kind of like, hey, I can't take care of that right now, and it would take someone a while to clear off the table, especially since it was only in that area. So it felt like it might have been an understaffing or some other issue. I don't know, or maybe the buffet area, it's more things going on, more things that they have to do, more things to take care of. But that's the only space where I felt, a little off, with the staff in attending to our needs. Now, the ship app, it was very easy to navigate, actually, even before getting onto the ship, because you have all of your information there. Again, as I said, you use the app for embarkation, so no need to print out documents. It has your room information there, your account information, just like the same as, many of the other apps. All of your information as far as activities were listed, great detail. You were able to save as your favorites, create your own calendar. All of the information about your dining times, any activities that you reserve, your excursion, everything was in the app. It was easy to navigate. I had absolutely no issues with their app. Again, the app is what made debarkation an even better, a smoother process, because you actually go into the app and choose a debarkation time. It gives you a confirmation, and I'm team carry on, carry off, and I always like to get off early in the morning on debarkation day. So I selected my time, received my confirmation, and then I just got off the ship that morning, no problem. There was no congestion as you can have on some other ships. The process was seamless, just as seamless as embarkation. Now, overall, my personal rating for my first celebrity cruise, I am giving it a 9 out of 10. Like, for me, I really love the vibe of this ship. I love, of course, the availability of gluten-free options. I love the balance and coziness of the indoor spaces as well as the outdoor spaces. The ability to get away from the crowds and to see the ocean and feel the breezes. I just really love this ship. This was the best cruise experience of the new cruise lines that I've sailed so far, and I look forward now to trying a Celebrity Edge ship in the near future. So I hope you found my review helpful. If you did, please like my video and drop a comment below to let me know. And also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I drop a new video and a new review. Well, that is my personal review of the Celebrity Summit. Thank you and bye.